everyone, so for today's video I have a ColourPop bronzer video. So this is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Face and I have two bronzer shades. I have Afternoon Delight and CA Dreaming, so California Dreaming. So these are them here in the uni carton. So I'll start with the packaging. So this is the packaging here. So it has highlight and bronzer on there. So you can't actually tell if it's a highlight or bronzer in there. The only way you know is from the shade name in the top there. So they're just using, because I've got some highlighters here too, and they're literally just the same packaging. So they must be like to save money by just having the same uni carton, so it's got highlighter and bronzer on there. But then when you open it, let's open it here. So you open it and it's this kind of square uni carton there. And that is the shade here. So this one doesn't actually say the shade on it, which is a bit of a pain. So on the back here it says highlighter and bronzer, and it doesn't actually say the shade name on there, but this one is shade CA Dreaming. That's actually really weird, it doesn't have the shade name on the back, but I mean maybe for future that they can. So at ColourPop, these retail for $8 and they are a company from the US, so it's kind of like a cheap drugstore company. So this is the first shade, California Dreaming, so I'll just swatch it there. So that is it on my finger. I feel like it's quite an orangey shade. It was quite hard to see online which one would be nice, but I thought that that one would be a good one. I'm just blending it out there, and it does blend out real nice. Like the colour doesn't stick really hard out or anything. It kind of blends into a nice kind of subtle colour there. So that one is California Dreaming. And, you know, it does come in a cute kind of like plasticky uni carton. It does have a mirror on the inside, and then you can like do that, like pull the like safety seal off. So like the packaging is pretty cute. What does annoy me is the fact that it doesn't say the shade name. So once I've put it in with all my other makeup, I could get it mixed up if I don't have the original box with it, which is kind of a pain. But that's one of the bronzers there. And then the next bronzer is Afternoon Delight. I'll just pull this one out, and again there's no shade name on it anywhere, and it's the same container. It's the same container there, and that is the shade here. So this is a little bit darker. I'll just get this finger here, and that's that color there, and I'll just swatch there. So that is a much darker shade, so I feel like I could use that to contour, and I'll just kind of like rub that out there. And this one doesn't, like, see how I've done it there? It doesn't actually rub out as well, this like kind of bronzer there, so that's kind of a bit of a shame. So I'd be kind of scared to use that as a contour color. So also note that their highlighters, because I've got them as well, their highlighters have exactly the same packaging. So if you've got them all together in like a big container, you don't have separate like storage for bronzers and highlighters, like who does? But if you don't have separate, you're not going to be able to tell these differently just by looking at the packaging. Like literally, if I split these up right now, I'm not going to be able to differentiate what shade is which unless I look on the inside. So that's actually really, like, that's kind of a fail for me, because I feel like it's important to know what shade's which, because if you have these away for so long and you know you brought 2 or 3 shades and you really like one shade, you might not be able to know what it is again, because all the colors kind of blur together, if you get what I mean. Like if you're going online shopping, you're like, I know that this is blah blah, but then you're kind of like, oh, but I don't know if it's that one anymore, and that's a bit shit, but alas, that's okay. So let's dive right on in with, I'll pull the little safety sticker off. So this one is shade, I'm just going to make sure I get it right. This one is shade Afternoon Delight. So this is the one I'm going to use as my contour color. I found that it's nice and soft, it's nice and lightweight. What scares me is that this color doesn't blend out as much. And it's just like a soft kind of silky powder. So it's actually quite a nice powder, but I'm afraid as to how it's going to stick to my face. So, yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going to dive right in with a contour brush. So I've given it 2 taps, and you can already see like the amount of fallout that's there. See how there's quite like a large amount of fallout there, but that's okay. So I've got a lot on there, so I'm just going to kind of dust it off, and I'm just going to put it along my like contour line there, sort of thing. Like it like, it's not a bad colour or anything. I'm just going to see if I can, like, blend that upwards, because it's such, like, a stark kind of line. And with the brush, like, I do find it is actually blending. See, I think that that's actually blended out to quite a nice kind of contour colour. See, it's, like, blended out quite nicely. I quite like that. I think that that's quite nice. Maybe I'll try the other one as a contour, since the other one will blend out as well. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But I'll do the contour on this side anyway with this shade. So this is Afternoon Delight, by the way, if I didn't specify that. So now we'll go under here. And the reason why I don't have eyes or anything is because I wanted to show what it looks like without anything else distracting. So I've done under there, and that's kind of contour my nose. I think that's contoured my nose very well on that side at least. Like, look, it's like a very defined nose. Very defined nose there. So literally you just need one dip. One dip and it's like done. And it's like got all the pigment that you could possibly need. So that's actually really cool. Okay, so I'm actually just going to use this to bronze as well, because I actually quite like the colour. So I'm going to do it and then use the other side for a bronze too. So another tap in there, and I'm just kind of going to blend that in. So don't get me wrong, like, I think that these colours are actually really pretty, and they are blending, like, it is blending very well into my skin. Like, I think it looks very nice. The thing that annoys me is just that it doesn't have the shade name on it, because I feel like that's not a problem now, but it's going to create problems when I want to reorder, or if you want to tell your friends, if they're like, what colour is that? You're like, oh, actually, I don't know, just look at the pan, like, you know, it's just a bit, I don't know. I feel like they've cut a few corners there, that's all. But, like, for formula-wise, like, I really like that. Like, I think that that's really pretty. I think that's, you know, bronzed very well and contoured very well. Like a bronze and contour in one, and I think it's worked really well, and I quite like that. So that was Afternoon Delight. I'll just get another colour for California Dreamin'. I'll pull its little... See, this one's much lighter, so I'll pull its little safety seal thingy on there, and I'll get another brush, and I'm just going to dip in there. So again, the fallout problem again is very real. You can actually see it from that far away. So I'm just put that there. So a much orangey colour. See if this one blends out. I'm like, oh, what if this one's one that doesn't blend? Yeah, see, that one blends like quite nicely. I think that that's blended quite well. Literally one dip. I love how pigmented they are, even though they are super powdery. Like, normal people don't normally hold their product like that. They normally hold it like flat, so the fallout wouldn't be a large problem, but there definitely is a lot of fallout, just so you know. But not like a crazy amount that I'm going to complain, because this product was only $8, so it's not like the end of the world. So this brush is quite hard, so I think it's making the pan quite fallouty, because I found the other one wasn't so fallouty, but this one must be like beating up the pan a little bit, because it's very, very powdery. I think I like the first colour better. I feel like this one's more orangey for my skin tone, but I'm not like super mad at it. Like, if you can see there, it's like a bit orangey compared to this one. I feel like this one kind of flows a bit more naturally, that one. So Afternoon Delight was definitely a hit for me, and this one I'd say it was pretty good too, but I do prefer the other one. But see what I mean with the fallout? Like, there is an insane amount of fallout on California Dreamin'. So that was both the shades there. So this is... I'm going to have to write it on here. This one's California Dreamin', and then this one was Afternoon Delight. So that was the colours on each side there. I do actually really, really like these bronzers. I felt like they went on quite nicely. It's just the packaging for me is a big issue with how their names aren't written on there, because now I'm going to have to write them on there myself, and that's weird. Like, I shouldn't have to do that, you know. I shouldn't be complaining, but like, it's kind of annoying. I want to know what shade I'm using, so I can know for the future, or to tell people. But definitely Afternoon Delight and California Dreaming on this side. So I don't think that it's too bad. I'm not that mad at it. I'm not that mad.